So yesterday we showed you Nicki Minaj answering a question about her female rapper competition during a Q&A with Tidal. Let's remind you what Nicki said.
Been great female rappers in the industry, and it's not right to say that. Let me tell you something. Having a big push from a label does not make you great. And to me, doesn't mean that you're my competition or you're not my competition. There's always been people, like, when every 2 years I get told about some new female rapper that it's literally, we really have the tweets, like every 2 years, right?
We've seen it before.
So to me, it's silly now to compare me to women. Because there's no woman that can come in right now that not even out-rap me, that realistically can put up the stats.
So Nicki didn't say Cardi B's name, but of course Cardi B is the hot new female rapper on the scene. So, people made assumptions. Well, Cardi also made the same assumption because just hours later, she went on Instagram Live and shot down the claim that she's only successful because she got a push from her label.
When people love me, when you build a fan base, they're gonna want to buy whatever you give them. And no label could buy that. If everybody can have a number one, then why not everybody have one? Why is that? There's other labels, they got a lot of money. Why can they buy their artist number one? Why can they buy their artist success? Atlantic, they got other female rappers. I'm not the only female rappers. Why can't they buy their success? Because you can't buy people's career. You can't make people love you. Look, I got 86.7 thousand viewers right now. I can't buy y'all watching me. And that's a fact. And I'm sick and tired of people trying to discredit me. I'm not going to let y'all discredit me.
So the two of them just keep feeding into this. Like, they don't need to be compared to each other.
But here's the thing. Nicki said... I guess she was alluding a little bit to Cardi, but the other thing is...
I think the label comment, the push from the label.
But the thing is, Cardi B is incredible. Everyone's in love with her, and she is super talented and all those things, but she doesn't have the stats that Nicki Minaj has yet.
Right.
She has to give it a couple of years, but it doesn't mean that she hasn't had an incredible year, and it doesn't mean... And the reality is, they both know if they keep this feud just up a little bit, it's good for both of them.
Yeah, no, it's good publicity,
right?
too. Yeah, so Nicki's debut album came in 2010.
Yeah.
She's been around for 8 years.
Yeah.
And so she has incredible stats.
And she's not going anywhere.
No.
I mean,
I think that's what she needs to say. Like, I've been around for a while, and she'd say, I love other female rappers coming along, and I hope they are long-term successful. There's been,
But that's not what people want to hear.
Right.
And that's why she did it.
We talked about it yesterday. That's also Nicki Minaj's persona, being the queen. So she has to kind of knock other people. Because, Cardi's really, I think Bodak Yellow went #1 right around this time last year, like July, August. So she's really had an amazing year. I think reality is Cardi B has had a better year than Nicki Minaj on the charts.
And I don't think Cardi B's going anywhere either. I mean, she's been in the game for a very long time, and is going to continue. I mean, there's need and want for her sort of music. So
Steve says Nicki and Cardi are equally disgusting, arrogant, and disrespectful. I don't know if I agree with that. Because even, we talked about it a bit yesterday, Cardi has handled certain situations very well, like where there was a thing with her and Nicki.
Yeah.
She waited to talk to Nicki in person at the Met Gala instead of going public with it and having this back and forth. Now it seems like they are going to have a back and forth more publicly about things. Siobhan says Cardi B is nothing special, Nicki is just annoying.
Guys, what is wrong?
Rex says, yes, no one should hate anyone. I feel like she's very jealous. We talked about that a little bit too. Like, is Nicki more worried? Like, I feel like if she is so successful, why is she worried about these other people? Why even say anything? I feel like...
Again, or is this a publicity thing? I mean, people start certain things and they do certain things to grab headlines and to do these sorts of things. That could be too.
Yeah.
I don't think Nicki's worried about anything, and Cardi B certainly doesn't have anything to worry about.
Yeah. And Joyce says Nicki is jealous and petty. Go Cardi. Tia says Cardi still has a right to defend herself. Yeah, so I think afterwards she definitely took that comment of, your label gave you a big push. That's the only reason you're successful. And I think that's the other thing that's getting to Nicki too.
But she didn't say the only reason you're successful. Nicki didn't say that.
Well, she said it doesn't mean you're great. I think the other thing that's getting to Nicki too, Nicki was always like the go-to person to get on your pop song and do a verse. Now Cardi B is that person. Like
True.
she has the Maroon 5 songs,
True.
she's in a few of those, and she said, I think she's working on 6 more features. So I think, yeah, Cardi B's just having a huge moment. And yeah, like Nicki, you don't have to worry. Like you've been around for almost a decade now.
Yeah.
You're fine.